Welcome, fellow gamer Pothead, Joel Putty Man here, and today we're going to be talking about the floating island in Fortnite Season 6. I'm going to be talking about what terraforming is. Terraforming in short terms is when a species changes the atmosphere of a planet so it can sustain life on that planet. Now, what we're referring to is the cube that's attached to the under the island, as you see here, and the runes that it's pulling from. Now, what it's doing right now is terraforming. It's changing the island to sustain its life. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the life it's going to bring when it comes to the island, but we can already see the terraforming happening underneath the cottage that used to be on Loot Lake. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in here and look at what I'm talking about. Now, if you actually look here, you'll actually see that there are cubes that are underneath it that look a lot like the cube that's underneath. They're purple. They shine like a pink glow or purple glow and aurora off of them, and they do have the electricity or the static electricity that comes off of the cube itself. Now, we've seen this in other games. The Vex and Destiny terraformed their terraformed IO, and you actually can see the terraforming here. Right there, yes, this is the terraforming that the Vex did. And you also can see the terraforming back here on Fortnite. Now, this terraforming is happening for what reason? I'm not sure. But there's a few things that I want to go over and why I believe that this terraforming is going to happen and why this whole island is going to soon look like these cubes within the next few weeks leading into Season 7. And why it's happening. Now, we still have the rumors of the volcano because that is in the coding, which I understand. And I do believe that we still have a volcano coming. That's just several stories that could be happening all together at once. Now, the terraforming of this island, as you see, that's already sustained and started, all comes down to what I feel is a cognitive prediction by one of the superheroes. Now, if you remember in Season 4 actually, we had superheroes, and in that superheroes we actually had islands. Okay, we actually had islands. We actually had the superhero mansion. Now, in the superhero mansion, I feel time has changed, and the reason I say that is because we're going to go ahead over the mansion right now. I'll do a fast track to make sure we get over there. And you'll actually see that at the mansion there is, well, first and foremost, you'll actually see that the mansion is actually in ruins. And what I mean by that is it's actually in ruins. It's showing that it's been sitting there for time. You know, roots have grown, the building is decaying. So I feel that time is a big deal also in this season. But I also feel like the superheroes left us with hints of what's to come, and that may be why the superheroes are no longer here. I feel one of the superheroes might have been able to predict the future, but in their way they predicted it was through paintings. Now, if you look here, you'll actually see that one of the paintings looks a lot like the things I showed you with the Vex and Destiny 2. Also, it looks a lot like looks like a lot like the planet of Krypton from Superman. Now, if you've seen the movie Man of Steel, which unfortunately I can't really show you video right now, but go look at it yourself, you'll know that Zod in that movie, and spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, which by now if you haven't seen it you probably have no interest in seeing it in the first place, but anyway, Zod starts to terraform Earth to become Krypton, and Krypton has this crystallized look to it, much like this painting does. So my prediction is that the alien cube, or dimensional cube, whatever you may want to call it, is terraforming the island to suit its needs, and we're going to have a very, very alien-like floating island. Now, the island may land over at Salty Springs as rumored. It may end up on Dusty Divot. Where it's going to end up, unfortunately, I made my prediction in a past video. You can check that out. But upon further research, I believe no matter where it's going to end up, it's going to be terraformed. The cube is going to change it to its look, and the whole thing is going to be cube. And the biggest hit we got was in the Superhero Mansion with that painting. Now, there is another painting that is in there, and it's the only two paintings you actually see in the mansion. And the other painting, I can't tell what it is. So if you guys know what what they're trying to tell us in that painting, make sure to go ahead and tell us in the description below, or the comments below. Now, the second painting may also have to do with the government cover-up, I feel like, that's going on. So if you head over to Wailing Woods, right in the middle of where the maze used to be, which now is more like a barricade of bushes, you'll actually see there's an underground bunker. And the underground bunker is more like pathways that could lead to Dusty Divot, things of that nature. That's the reason why Dusty Divot seems to be rumored that maybe the island's going to land there, and then there's going to be an underground caverns to lead over there, which is going to make the game very interesting to have those underground caverns, because you never know when someone's going to come up. They might have little spots you can climb up, or the areas that you can come up and actually go through other buildings. So what they're going to do, no idea, but it does make for an interesting conversation whether or not. Now, as far as the future, I do think that we are going to have that island terraformed. I do think that this is a change into what I feel might be Season 7, and I'm just going to make a theory that maybe Season 7 is going to target aliens or interdimensional aliens, things of that nature. It'd be interesting to see what they're going to do. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm excited to find out, and I would love to hear what you guys think. Do you believe in the terraforming? I feel I've got proper proof that they will be terraforming, but I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Post your comments. Maybe we'll have another discussion about this. Things are changing in Fortnite, ladies and gentlemen, and I can't wait to see what happens. Just like the cube, this has been enjoyable to watch. And I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit the little notification bell and become part of the notification squad. And as always, I am Puttyman with ZGamer Potheads. I do appreciate your time, and do not forget, we're all about the high score. Peace out, and I'll talk to you all later.
You are now listening to a Terra production.